Hello everybody, Fudge 3004 here. I'm back in Novus Inceptio, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of things that happened over this weekend. I was playing Friday and Saturday, and I did a bit of stuff. I actually found out the saves. I said that in my second episode that the save 1 didn't have any inventory in it. And I had set up the save 3 slot, and so that's where I was playing over the weekend, and I went back to save 1 to try to see, and there was nothing in there again. So I just went ahead and I left it. I could delete it, but I'm not going to. So for right now, I'm just going to play on save 3. It is a little bit different than save 1 in the fact that I just put the house in a little bit different place. Instead of being over here with the campfire being on this side, it is a little bit over here more towards the front with the campfire being on this other side. That is the main difference that I did. I also did a few other things. I did some fishing and some farming, and I was also reading about some of the things in the game. And this little robot here, this little companion that we have, he is recording like your inventory and your stats and all that stuff, and he's recording all that. So when you respawn, he will put all that stuff into your new clone. So anything that you do will automatically be put back in, so you don't need to worry about emptying your inventory or any of that stuff. Okay, so I built pretty much the same house, the 9x9, 9 different squares down here, and I built the walls and the doors and all that stuff, but I also put on a ceiling. Well, what you can call a ceiling, it really is not a ceiling, it is actually the floor. So I basically went to the floor and I clicked on plan, of course, and it didn't automatically go to the top, but because I have floor down there, it will now. So when you are putting this in, if you want to use floor for the ceiling, press shift and then scroll, and it will take up the floor by different levels, so like the top of the doorway or the middle doorway, whatever it is, and then the top. And then you can put one up there. So that's all I did, and of course I built it and all that. So I got this done, so that way I basically have a house, so that way the rain and stuff won't super affect me, I hope. One of the funny things with the floor is, so when you walk on the floor, when you come in the door, you walk really slow across it, but if you jump up onto the top, then you walk your normal quickness. For whatever reason, it kind of makes you go slow. Alright, all of that stuff being said, all that stuff being aside, I found out that on my save 1, where I did not have anything in my inventory playing over the weekend, there was nothing in there. So I was going to go around and recollect the stuff again, but I thought, let's load up the third save and see if it does the same thing. Well, the third save had everything in it, so I just kept this save. So that's what was going on there. Okay, so fishing. Let me go and show you guys how to make a fishing pole, and then we will see about going into an anomaly. But we need to make some gear, like some basically armor and stuff in case we get attacked. So let me go and show you guys the fishing first. So press X. So under X, when you go to tools, there is the fishing rod. And it says that you need shaft, thread, and hook. Now the thread you can make from any of the fibers, so you can get that, and then you can just make a whole bunch of fibers. And then under tailoring, that was it, and I go to parts, and then I make thread, and you take your fiber and you make thread. So if you have fiber, then you can make thread. And there's also another thing you can make thread from, the algae and stuff. I haven't quite figured that out yet because I haven't tried or anything. But under your weapons and tools smithing, you need to go to your fishing rod, and it says you need thread and you need a hook. And then under woodworking, you can go to hook. You can make it out of wood or fossils. And so I made a hook out of fossils, and you just create it, and then once you have all the parts, of course, then you make it under your tools, and then your weapons and tools. and then you're ready to go. So it was really easy, and so let me go and give you guys a quick demonstration of fishing. Now, I did play quite a bit. I'm already at age 72, so I am going to be respawning here real soon. And once you get to a certain age, age 75, you will respawn. You have to respawn to continue because you're too old to do anything, so the game says. Okay, so you have to be in water to fish. Now, you see the water, the fishing thing, number 3 turns red when you are when you're on land. When you're in the water, it turns green. Or white, I guess. So you go to 3, and then that goes out, and you have to get the fishing rod made, of course, and then you have to press space when it's in the green, and then you have to press the letters, and then it will tell you over here on this side you got a scroll, papyrus, algae, and a fish, and then press 3 again. Wait for that to go out, and each time it'll be a little bit different, and wait for that to go like that. And the green, W-A-W-A-A. Every time it will be different, and there's a timer, so you need to be really careful when you're doing this, because otherwise you will run out of time to get your fishing and stuff. And you can just stand here and fish indefinitely until either your fishing pole breaks or you just run out of whatever. So, okay, I'm getting a bunch of fish. I'm also getting other stuff. So you guys can see I got a bunch of blueprints and stuff. And this is how I got those blueprints. So I don't remember the S-W-S-H. If you mess up, it doesn't penalize you for it. You just have less time. So... yeah, this is fishing. It is very simple. It is very basic, and that's all you do to fish. And then when you're done, press escape, and you're done fishing. So, that was fishing, and that was actually really, really easy. Once I figured it out, I was like, oh wow, that's actually a lot of fun. So, and then my inventory. Now, of course, up in this top area, I've already had to move a lot of stuff. I opened up about 6 of these, I think it was. So here's a lesser healing potion, so we're going to learn that. A blueprint curtain purple, and a beginner's stair, so we can learn that. And here is a beginner's wall trunk. And so you can learn all these blueprints. So you can do a whole bunch of things. Now I have 6 fish. Of course, they're uncooked and in full decay in like 14 days. So I'm not going to get as concerned about that. Another thing that I learned was about maple sugar. And so maple honey, maple sugar, stuff like that. So you have to have the cooking station or the alchemy station to do that. So look for these trees right here. These will be the maple trees, and I just leave them up. I do not chop them down. And so you go over to it and pick maple sap. You just left click, and now I got 3 sap, and then I can cook that and make that into honey or sugar or whatever. Now the maple trees do look in a lot of ways similar to some of the birch trees that are going to have like the same leaf coloring. And so this over here is a birch tree, and you don't get any sap from the birch trees. So yeah, just make sure that you go to the maple, and you will learn them as you go. And just this one is birch. So you had no sap or anything at all, and it even says on the lower right birch. So that one is not going to do me any good. So just look for those orangish trees. Alright, so we got kind of that stuff out of the way, and I'll show you guys probably the farming a little bit later, because it's going to take time to farm, and there's a couple things you got to do and stuff like that. But I've been really excited, really playing this and really figuring it out, and been actually having a lot of fun. We need to build like a crafting station to make our armor and stuff, and I think we're gonna build in here. We can always pick it up and move if we need to. And then of course I'm planning on building a other like area out here, maybe like it's gonna be a little bit longer than this part and a little bit bigger, and I'm gonna make that side for crafting, and I'm gonna probably do another crafting side on another crafting place on this side and have this be like the main house. Excuse me, for right now. Excuse me. what I think I'm going to do is, let's go to X, let's go to stations or workbenches, and let's make a sewing station. So a sewing station is any ingot, and I have 10 copper ingots. 3 planks, so we need to go to woodworking and make 3 planks. So they're parts, and then we go to plank, and let's go and make 3 of these. Now it takes logs, and so it's a 100% chance that I will make it, so I'm not too worried about that. And we need any saw, so I guess now we have to build a saw before we can make that. So let's go back up to tools, and we will go to tools, and let's make a saw. So a saw is going to be 2 blades, 1 handle, 1 twine. Well, I know I can make a handle, so let's just go and do that, because I made a whole bunch of shafts. I made a whole bunch of stuff when I was playing, so yeah, it was, you know, good to make a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, we have a saw being made. Okay, now we can go back down to woodworking, and now we can go to plank and any saw. So we have a log. Stations are not required because we don't have our saw on our person here. So let's go to inventory, and let's take our saw, and I believe we can put stuff on these as well. Yep, we can put all of our tools and stuff on this tool belt, which I did not know, and it'll turn red. So when we're not using things, we can put them up there and then save these, because this is like our bar for like a lot of this other stuff. And so this tool belt will be, it turns invisible when you're not using it, so you don't need to worry about stuff like that. We can also put our shovel in there. Then the shovel is for planting trees. I found that out, so I was doing some research over the weekend trying to figure out a bunch of stuff, figure out what the heck everything was. So I think I'm just going to go and put those on there. You don't need to press a button or anything. You just use them automatically. So we need to make 3 planks. So let's do that. 3 planks. Okay, let's go back up here to our tool station. And actually, I think I'm just going to close that. And let's, okay, tools. Now let's see. The sewing station. We need a cloth pack and a leather pack. So now we need to go to tailoring, and we need a 1 cloth pack. So we go to parts, and then we go to cloth, and a cloth pack is 6 cloth. So we can go and do this. So we need any sewing kit. I believe that I have a sewing kit on my person up here. Sewing kit right there. Let's put that down there. So you can put all stuff on your toolbar, and then let's go and make 2 sewing kits from thread, of course, from the fiber. Okay, now we should have that. Okay, we have 2 of 6, so we need to make 2, 3. Okay, we can't make that many, so we're gonna have to make a bunch more threads. So we'll do that. Okay, fiber, let's go ahead and make 20 of those, I guess. Create those. While that's being created, we can see our production queues. Thread, let's go ahead and make 10 of those. Create those. And while that's being made, we can go to our cloth. And as soon as that thread gets made, then we will be making the cloth. Then we can make a cloth pack. We have 4 of 6 to make the cloth pack. And leather working. So leather is right here. So we have to make lye, ash, or wood lye. Ash lye or wood lye. So I've already made some lye because I already did that, and you just click on it and create it with water and ash or water and wood, water and bark. So it's real easy to do. And so what does a leather pack take? It takes 6. Let's go and make sure that everything is right there. We need carpentry station, no, sewing station. We need a leather pack. So let's see what a leather pack does or requires. Okay, leather pack is 6 of those. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3. Let's make that. How close are we? We only have 3. So let's go and see if we can make. We can't make 3 more, so we need some more lye. So let's go and make that out of that. Let's go and do 5, 6. Making that. And then we go back to the leather. And okay, so make 6, 8, and then we should be able to make a leather pack. Okay, so now we have the leather pack. All right. Now let's go back down to our tailoring, and then we need a. You can also make a twine pack, cloth. And how many do we have? We only have 4, so we need to make 2 more. So let's do 2. Okay. Create. And then we can go to our cloth pack, create that. Sweet. Alright. Now we're getting somewhere. Now let's go to weapons and tools, and then we're going to go to our sewing station. And now we need nails. And nails I thought was under woodworking parts. Nails, wood. So we can't make nails out of anything else yet because we don't have anything to make them out of. We need 1 set of nails, I believe. So that, and weapon and tool smithing, sewing station, and now we have that. So let's go and create that. Okay, we actually made it. Even though the chance of success is really low, we actually did make it. And so right here is our sewing station. Alright, now what we need to do is place. Okay, I exited out of that one I shouldn't have. X, Y, place. Now, that is our sewing station, so you guys can see how that is. And so I think to rotate it, page up and page down. So we're just going to put that right there, kind of in that corner. And yeah, that looks pretty good actually right there. Okay, and then right mouse button, not the left. There you go. Okay, lights up. Alright, now let's craft. Now we need to make armor. And so now we can make quite a bit of this. So now we're going to have to make some more cloth packs, and we're going to have to make a lot of cloth packs. But we can at least make some basic armor, and that's going to help us out. So you guys saw how to make the cloth packs. So what I'm going to do is go and make these cloth packs, and then I'll be back with you guys here in just a minute, and then we'll make the armor. Alright guys, upon making all of that stuff, I used up pretty much all my leaves and grass, and I had to go and pick a whole bunch more. And in the process, I also turned 75. So, I cannot age anymore, and now I need to go and make myself a new clone. Now, when I was picking up grass, some of these plants had where it said, pick seedlings. Let me see if I find one wherever it was. One of them said to pick seedlings, and so I needed to pick those seedlings. There we go, like right here. Let's pick small seedlings. Once you pick those seedlings, then you can come back after a little while, and you'll be able to get the grass and stuff like that from that plant again, unless it is already respawned. Like some of these right here, I had done earlier, but I had not waited for them to have the seedlings. So, and then we can plant those seedlings and stuff like that. Alrighty, so I'm going to head over here, and this is where we need to clone our new character. So, it used to say you're too old and you need to go and reclone yourself. Now, if you guys remember correctly, where it says increase generation, that there was nothing, it was an X. You couldn't increase your generation. Well, now I can. And also with that, so I told you guys something else too, that okay, my hunger and thirst is a little bit down, but health and all that stuff, Now under the skills and bonuses, so mainly bonuses, I have age points but no generation points. Generation points do these. So when I age, I'm gonna get some generation points, so I can take up my weight or my HP, my hit points, my health basically, my stamina, or my load capacity in both the top and the bottom. Now as far as age points go, I can actually use those in here. So I have actually taken up tree saplings, so that way probability to clean seedlings, to obtain seedlings from trees or shrubs. So I got that, and now I can get some of these. Now these will cost different points as you go up. So stone and ore harvesting, basically increasing harvesting results for stones and ores. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and get that one. So you can see that one goes up a little bit, and then this circle will be going up. So you can see I also have here too, increasing ground harvesting result for botanize and forage skills. And see, each time it's going to go up a little bit more. So I have 6 points left. So how about if I just go and do the 2 age points for wood harvesting and animal harvesting. Now I have 2 points left, so I can't really do anything else because everything's going to be 4. Alright, and crafting basics, I've taken that up. I guess I could go on crafting speed or transmutation speed, which is making better ore. Crafting skill up to increasing of skills acquisition during production. So that would actually be a really good one. Crafting dexterity reduces the chance of losing raw materials through unsuccessful production, and increased chance to produce a better tier with crafting products to the better tier. I think probably crafting skill increases skill acquisition during production, but this one through losing raw materials. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get that one. This will be 2 age points. Some of these are only 1, but that way I'll use up all of my age points, so you guys can just do all this stuff. Armor basics, they don't have in, on weapons basics, they don't have in. Alright, so you come over here to this rune, where you can pick the rune fragments and look for it on your map. That's the one that's moving around right there at the top. You can see it's right in the middle of the rune right here. So right at the top of the screen, and then increase generation. So now we are cloning, and this little guy right here is responsible for that. So he's going to put in all the information. We'll have a new clone. Okay, now we are age 18 and saving the game. So we start all over again, not with like any of our collection or anything else. We just start aging again. Then you will do this multiples of times. So let's go to C. And let's go to harvesting. Now I have 5 points for tier. Now generation basics, I can either take up load capacity or HP, stamina, or this is just like the first one, I guess, on the top, and this is the one on the bottom. So I think it might actually be really good to, the stamina's okay, and the health could actually come up a little bit. So let's use 1 generation point there, and you can see that goes up just a little bit. And let's just go and do 1 for all of these. And then the next time that we age up, we can take this up a little bit more, so that way we'll get some more weight. And let's go and go to I. Now that was 5,000, now it's 5,100, and this goes up to 42 instead of 37. So you guys can see how this is working. So yeah, that's really cool. So this game is kind of has some difficulty with like a lot of things, the language and stuff like that, but it's a really good game. Alright, I made all the packs of cloth and stuff like that, and let's go ahead and come into our little house. Little house on the prairie, if it was kind of a prairie. So let's go and craft. Now we are going to go and make let's make a waste. So we need ingot and fiber. So we have all of that stuff. Now we're gonna make a piece of armor. Production failed. See, you can see right here it's not actually a very good chance, 50% chance. And we may end up using some stuff. Okay, cloth back was completely destroyed. And there's another one. So we will hopefully, man, it's destroying all of our stuff. Okay, we made one. That's not the best, but whatever. Let's see if we can make, ooh wee, that one's low, but maybe, nope. Okay, we can try legs. How is that? Shoulder. The waist is decent. Boots. Alright, fine, we'll try that. Okay, made one of those. And gloves is going to be decent. Okay, made one of those. Now we don't have any more cloth backs because I thought I would have enough. And so, okay, we have that. And now I can go and equip. Oops, what did I do that for? Okay, I'm going to tab. There we go. And I'm going to go and equip that. And I'm going to equip that. And I'm going to equip that. It isn't very much, but it's better than nothing. So now when we go to our character, you can see that now we're wearing boots, gloves, and a belt for our waist protection. And basically that's like the pants here and stuff. So now we have a little bit of armor, maybe not a lot, but it's better than nothing. So now we can, you know, get our full health up and our full armor suit up at some point in time. Alright. I am going to actually go to the city because there's an anomaly over here that is for the city. And we're going to go into the city and get some stuff. And I'm going to show you guys in there. Eventually we will go into the desert wherever an anomaly is. All these would just appear randomly at different points. There may be one over there. There may be one right next to the house. They could be anywhere. So each time you start up, they'll be different locations. Once you get close to the anomaly, you can be a little bit close. But you go into it and you will go to the city. So we are gonna go there. And are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Okay, so we just spawned into the city, and this is how we get out. We go into that anomaly, and we can get out of here. Okay, so the city is basically the same thing as out there. I mean, there's, you know, things to do. There isn't a lot of stuff out here in this area that we can do. Most of it is going to be up in here. Now, the one nice thing with the city is we can harvest a lot of stuff, or forage for a lot of stuff. So we're going to get like a lot of weight, a lot of scrap metal, and a lot of empty bottles, wine. We're going to get a lot of things. So that's one of the best things about coming into the city. These are really good things. Just beware, there are wolves here. There are creatures here. Like there's a wolf right there. So we really, really need to be careful. Okay, let's forward to this car. We got some devices, some more scrap metal. And this is what the town used to look like. So this is what the city was. And this is like a time past, and as far as I know, I don't think we can get into the buildings. But if you see like this kind of stuff on the ground, we can forage it. We can pick up that, and we can pick up this, and then we can pick up like all these are good drinks, and that's going to really be good for our thirst and stuff. Because I did say, okay, thirst is good, so now we're okay. Now, all of these right here, these bricks, we can just come over to these, and we're going to get like planks and shafts and bricks, and we're just gonna get a lot of stuff. And these ones that look a little flattish, that's because there is nothing there, or there is already really nothing there. And so the ones that look like these piles, we can get stuff from them. And as you go around, you will be getting a lot of stuff from all of these. Actually, the first time I was playing this game, I didn't even realize you could get a lot of this stuff. And if it says there's nothing there, just go and keep on doing it, and it'll get you stuff. As long as it isn't on these ones that look just like superficially flat. So, yeah, you can get a lot of stuff here. Now the main thing is collecting stuff, because we're going to need all of this stuff when we go back. And I know it's going to be a lot of weight and all of that stuff, but most of this stuff is going to go into the tier stuff because it's going to be a lot heavier. So we can pick up all of these bottles, the empty ones, full ones, whatever. We can drink a lot of this stuff. And as I said, we do need to be careful. Watch out for the wolves because we'll be attacked by them on a regular basis. So, and again, if you move, you won't pick anything up. We got some shafts and get all kinds of stuff. You can spend hours in here and really not get a lot of stuff. Now, some of these really do hide really well. You won't be able to see them too well. Just if you see the forage, just go ahead and try it. And if you don't get anything, just keep trying. Alright, well, I kind of showed you guys the basics for like this, so you guys can actually see. There isn't like a lot that we can actually do in here, but we can get in all the vehicles, or at least forage the vehicles, so maybe we can get stuff from them. So, oh, run away, run away. Let's go, come on, run, dude, run. You're not a very good runner. Wolf. Yeah, he almost hurt our health. Luckily, our health is good. So, yeah, he's down there. He knows that he can't get us up here, but as long as we stay up here... Come on, Wolfie. Come on, Wolfarella. Come on, Wolfarella. One of the problems is these guys are really tough, so yeah, we'll just hold down the mouse button and we will defeat him. See him taking his health down a little bit at a time. He's a level 2. You see that 2 right next to that red thing that's going down. And they will be between level 1 and 5 against you. So, yeah, 1 and 5 against you. So, just be aware of that. So, anytime that you are doing stuff against the enemies or whatever, they will be up to level 5, so that way it isn't like super unfair. We can also drink from here, so we can get stuff from there. Luckily, it's not like Fallout where it's irradiated and all that stuff. So, there's just a lot of stuff to do in here, and we can actually get a lot of things. So keep on roaming around. The city is quite large, and if you can, I would suggest, you know, taking your time and going through the city if you have that chance. The desert mainly has ores in it, the mining ores, and we can get a lot of those. We'll be doing those shortly. We're probably not going to get around to it in this episode, but I just wanted to show you guys a few of the basic things that you can do, making the packs, making the twine, making the armor. We will get to the farming soon, probably in the next episode, and then we will do that. And yeah, I've been chased up on this roof before by the wolves when they won't let me down. They're all right down at the bottom of the building and stuff. So, yeah, that's real fun. And there's always chests up here. I already knew to come up here because, like I said, I've been in this world and I knew that there were going to be chests on the top. Sometimes there's 3, sometimes there's 1, sometimes there'll be multiples. And you can kind of see the highway and all that stuff. As far as I know, you cannot get on the highway, but I really don't know. So I haven't tried, but I don't really want to fall to my death either. So there's mainly wolves in this land, so just be careful. And, you know, try not to fall off the stairs or anything, because you probably don't really want to do that. At least as far as I know, you don't want to do that. Maybe you do, and I just don't know it, but I don't want to do that. So... Alright guys, we'll be ending the episode here real soon, but I just want to give you guys a little bit of a tutorial, a little bit of heads up on what you can expect in this city, and there's a lot of areas to go into. It's actually a very large area, and there's a lot of stuff, and you just walk around everywhere and you will find things. And of course we're going to get lots of bottles. And remember to put all of this like heavy stuff in your bottom inventory, and we're only like 1100 kilograms, so I'm not really too worried about that. And so leaves and all that stuff, I had 400 leaves and I couldn't move, Now the wood and stuff, we're just going to have to get out there because we can't get any of that wood or anything in here because that's just not the way the game is designed. It's only for getting the stuff we have a harder time finding out there. As we are traveling around, we're going to run across other things. You'll run across look like electrical boxes, the small electrical boxes, basically the phone connectors or whatever that you see around your town or city or whatever. Like these, and we need to go inside of here and see if we can get some of those. And then here's something just like these right here. Get these and we'll get electrical parts and of course all the bricks and stuff. You can pick up all the drinks on the ground. Here is a bunch of wood, so we should be able to got some bricks from the wood or whatever. And then we can get a lot of things. Now, some of these places you can kind of get around into, but some of them you cannot. Okay, we need to heal. We're going to go to 0. We're going to use that. Alright, and we're going to do that again. He done hurted us really badly. We'll have to actually try to get off these stairs somehow. So there's a trash can down there where we would be able to loot, but yeah, ain't gonna happen right now. This is one of the problems with this, is that the wolves are, like I said, everywhere, and of course there's one right down there. Of course. And looks like there's a dumpster right over here, so we can do a little bit of dumpster diving. Let's go ahead and forage this. Oh, nope. Ew, these guys are level 4 too. Yowzers. Okay, that's the one that I hurt. So let's go back over here and let's see if we can get out of here. Alright, we're gonna get out of this land. This is dangerous. We really need better equipment. Some more wolves over there. So you guys can have a basic understanding of the stuff that goes on here. So like I said, forage everything that you can find and you'll be able to get a lot of parts. Can't forage anything there. You shouldn't get dirt too bad as far as I know, going down things and stuff like that. So pick up the drinks, pick up the food and stuff like that, and apparently I just put that away just by left clicking. I didn't even think about it, but apparently you can do that. So or alt to get out of the fight mode, because that's what I was in. Oh boy, we almost got our rear ends handed to us there. That was not much fun. We're gonna go right back into the world, the normal world, so maybe we're not like just killed all the time. We're gonna make like a sword and stuff like that in the next episode. Something better to fight with than this knife, because this knife is not doing us a huge amount of favors, plus it's also weak, so we need to make metal stuff. So, go into the anomaly. And now we're back home, and once you come through the anomaly, it is gone. And then others will spawn. So don't worry, freak out or anything if it does that. That's what it does. So we'll stay in there longer, but I just kind of want to show you guys some of the basics with that, and so you guys know what to do. And so we will be making the anvil and stuff, and we're gonna make a couple of crafting stations in here. I am gonna work on the house, and I'm actually gonna make a bigger section out over here to put some of the kitchen and some of that stuff in, and I'll probably do one over here. I'll just destroy the campfire and take the ash to make the lye, and whenever you burn it or whatever, or set fire to it, collect all the wood, collect leaves, collect all that kind of stuff, because you need it, because we ran out of leaves for everything else. And you can also come up to, excuse me, goodness gracious, come up to these areas up here where this vehicle is, and you can also loot this multiple times. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys so that you guys are aware. So explore the car, keep on exploring it. There we go. We got some more high-tech stuff, so we got 2 of those. So let's go and see what's in those. Open. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Nice. Silicon. They didn't have any silicon. So we'll open that. And we got some ingredients. Got electromechanical devices. So, well, you guys can see what all is going on here. And I'm going to go ahead and try to do like a good series on this so you guys can learn a lot of the basics about everything. So when you guys decide to play this game, if you guys decide to play this game, you don't flounder around like I did for a long time trying to figure out what everything is, because it took me a long time to figure this game out. And the more I play it, the better off I get. I did watch some other people's videos to find out how to do things, so I knew what to do. So anything I don't cover, you know, feel free to watch other people's videos and, you know, learn stuff. And, you know, maybe you can help me out posting things in the comments about things I really did not know about and all that stuff. Well, I hope you guys had a good time with this episode. I hope you guys learned a lot. I learned a lot in this last weekend, figuring out how to do things and what to do and all that kind of stuff. It was actually a lot of fun, and I got really excited because I learned a lot of things, and I was just really excited to make this episode. So with all of that being said and done, we have upgraded our character some. We can carry more weight, we can make more stuff, we can do more things, and now we are more ready to go into the next area. Maybe we'll pretty soon go to the next area, that area that I want to go to on the map, and we will build there, because that's really what I want to do. There, I really want to build right here in this area. So as soon as we get that far, I'll be letting you guys know and all of that. But we're going to continue to make twine packs and cloth packs and all of that stuff, because we're going to have to if we're going to survive in this land. So this is the Fudge 3004, and this is Novus Inceptio, and I hope you guys had a good time. I had a wonderful time. Thank you for joining me here. Thank you for watching me bungle around a little bit while I got a little bit too excited about this. So you guys have a great day, and we will talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.